continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Young Joe Rossi has told his brother, Dr. Michael Rossi, that he is the father of the baby Jill Smith brought to town. It was a claim made in anger. Still, the doctor knew it could be true.
No baby?
No wonder I didn't hear any crying this morning.
Where's the baby?
Out taking a walk.
Where's the baby, Jill?
She wanted to take a walk. I told her it was too cold out, but she insisted. So we flipped a coin and she won.
You know, I'm beginning to remember why I used to dig you. How come you tell people your last name is Smith?
Goodbye, Joe.
No kidding, Joe. What did you do with the baby?
You know, when I first knew you, you were hung up on dope and liquor warehouses and alligator shoes. Now the great Joe Rossi is hung up on a baby. What would the fella say, hmm?
You're the mom of the baby, aren't you? Right. And I'm the papa. It's worth to knock you around the room to get the truth.
Baby isn't mine. Belongs to Allison.
A Mackenzie? Yeah, I know. Look, that story might be good enough for the local yokels, but not for me. I mean, I know you. I know you better.
You just can't stand rejection, can you?
I don't want to debate this with you.
I knew you couldn't take it.
I want the truth.
How many girls did you punish because I walked out on you?
You know, you still got an ego the size of Connecticut and a brain the size of a pea. You know, I didn't spend 10 minutes trying to find you.
You're lying.
Sure. Sure. I missed you. How could I help but miss you? It's been a long time. You know, there's never been anybody like you. And I'd like to pick up where we left off.
Broke off, cut it, finished. You understand?
Listen, Jill.
You haven't changed. You're just the same. You got two gears. Violent Joe Rossi. Lovable but helpless Joe Rossi.
Look, I'm done with that life.
Goodbye, Joe.
Where's the baby?
You want me to scream and yell for someone to get you out of here, out of my life? The baby's where she belongs, with Allison's parents.
Do you hate me enough to give our baby away? You don't hate me enough to do that, do you? Would you mind?
Oh, yeah, sure. You see Norman?
Norman?
Yeah, Norman.
I don't know him. I'm new here.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean.
Got nothing else better to do, huh?
That's right, pal.
Yeah. Excuse me. Out of my way, pal.
You gonna make me move again?
You guessed it. You gonna move?
You know, there's a trick to handling these heavy things.
Who sent for you?
Norman must be working inside today. If you'll go get him for me, I'll show you how to save yourself a lot of grunting and groaning.
Who asked you?
Why, you...
Hey,
why,
wait a
why
minute,
don't you-
wait a-
They're hiring a lower class of gorilla on this dock. What happened?
You know this bum?
Yeah, I know him. He's my father-in-law. What'd he do to you?
What did I do to him?
You the Norman he's been looking for?
Yeah, that's right. I'm Norman Harrington. I'm sorry we didn't get around to formalities this morning.
Joe.
Joe?
Joe Rossi. The same one that's a doctor. He's my long-lost brother.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know Dr. Rossi had a brother.
Oh, well, he's, got a problem. Tell the old man not to mess with us dock workers, will you? He might get hurt.
He's a feisty punk.
Yeah, we could flatten you in a second.
Now, try to look like that to make you feel unhappy, will you? It'd be a good idea to stay away from him.
Okay, what else is new?
Oh, yeah, well, Rita wanted you to come home around lunchtime. She's fine. She likes the idea of people taking turns with her. Kind of gives her a sense of importance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thanks for busting that up.
That's okay.
He's a bad type, Norman. Stay clear of him.
Look, Eddie, you just worry about what concerns you.
Did you hear me, honey? I knocked a couple of times.
I wasn't expecting anyone.
I suppose it'd been Norm.
He's working, silly.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not Norm. You look a mess.
I told you I wasn't expecting anyone.
Well, isn't Norm coming home for lunch?
Maybe.
Well, if I were you, baby, I'd get out of that old thing and do something with your hair and maybe...
Put on some lipstick, I know, Mom. But you're not me. And you're not Norm either. He likes me without lipstick.
Just because he doesn't complain? Well, don't take it for granted. And don't take him for granted. You know, Norm's a young man now. He's not quite the same boy you married. He's grown up a whole lot. He's had to.
And I haven't. Go on, say it, Mom.
I know it's been rough on you. You're going to have a baby and you lost it. But it happened to a lot of other girls, too, a lot of other women. It's a chance we take. You know, doctors don't make any promises. And God doesn't hand out any guarantees.
Don't preach at me, Mother.
Well, then stop acting like you enjoyed the tears. Look at you, Miss, down in the mouth and loving every minute of it.
What would you suggest? That I go out and get a new hairdo, some false eyelashes, maybe a bunch of new clothes?
Yeah. If it would help. If it'd get you up on your feet again. You know, that's what life's all about. You fall down or you get knocked down, but you pick yourself up. You don't stay down, no matter how much it hurts.
Have you ever been hurt really bad, Mom?
Yeah, a couple of times.
What happened? Did you lose your favorite beads or something?
My husband walked out on me. And the next time around, I was all set to be a grandmother.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't be. Because I'm still going to get that second chance. you're going to start planning for another grandchild for me just as soon as Dr. Rossi says it's okay. Besides, you owe it to Norm. Oh, baby, don't cry. Gee, I've hardly ever seen you cry. Remember when you were a little girl and I used to try to toughen you up and fall down and scratch your knees or bang your head? I'd say, now look what you've done. You've gone and hurt the poor old floor. Say you're sorry. Well, you get awful mad at me, but it worked. I didn't have time to mop up tears. Pretty soon you stopped falling down. I hardly ever saw you cry. Not in public. I was a private sniffler. Well, try to remember, honey. When you fall down, you're not the only one that gets hurt. Like I said, Norm's a man now, and men aren't allowed to cry.
In the dining room, sir.
Has the birth certificate arrived?
I thought I'd be hearing from you. Elliot said he had a talk with you.
Well, I suppose you could call it a talk.
You mentioned Betty. I gather she was there when you were arguing over the baby's paternity.
What about the birth certificate?
It arrived here this morning.
May I see it?
Why not? You should have called before you came over. The trip so easily could have been wasted. And I understand your anxiety. It always seemed pathetic to me that a girl would want to protect a man who's done so little to deserve it. All this happens in a surprising number of cases.
May I keep this?
No, I'm sorry. It belongs to the Carsons.
It'll only be for a few days until I can check it out.
Oh, I wish I could say yes, but I promised to turn it over to Elliot immediately. We're meeting at my office at 10 o'clock. You know, the baby's already living in their home.
No, I didn't know.
Yes, Jill brought her there. Let's say the Carsons instructed me to file guardianship papers. Would you contest them?
Well, I'd have to be sure of the facts.
Of course. This isn't a forgery. It's the real thing. I've got a letter from the people in charge.
You took this case because you had an axe to grind.
Sure. Facts of the case exist. I didn't invent them. I didn't connive, if that's what you're saying.
But you'd have taken a case even if it had been a lie. Stephen, don't think I'm taking any of this at face value. I'll check out everything before I decide what to do.
You don't have to do anything. Since Allison didn't supply the name of the baby's father, you can always hide behind that convenient omission. You see, it's much harder to prove paternity than it is to disprove it. There, you've got your loophole.
I'm not looking for a loophole. If the baby's mine, I'll take full responsibility.
Have you discussed this with Betty?
Yes.
What'd she say?
I'll see you later.
Rod. Somehow I can't see my wife, my ex-wife, being eager to become the mother of Allison's child.
Don't underestimate her. She may surprise you.